All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, but my camera is not. We are going to have some issues today, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have some issues, apparently. There we go. All right, let's try that. Lots of changes. I think we're good to go now, though. All right, we're here. I'm here. Yeah. Hello, Luke. Harpo, Kiwi, and the first pitch is outside for a ball. 1-0. OJ Wan leading things off. Hanwha does not have 6 runs, as that is in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Already leading by 6. It's a prediction, ladies and gentlemen. Put it on the board. And that misses low. Yeah. There we go. All right, I think we're fixed now. I think we're good to go. And the 2-1 in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. 2-2. Hey. Takeda out on the mound. He has not pitched well. 1 game, 4 points, 2 innings out of him. 0-1. He is the one loss that SSG has on the season. Is that's going to be a ground ball, but it's foul, and it stays 2-2. So in his 1 game, a 9.64 ERA, a 2.14 walk or whip. I did have 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. Didn't give up any home runs, but did give up 5 earned. As that's going to be a slap to Che Jung. Scoops it up, throws over, and 1 away. Throw the glove down, pick up the ball, and it's magic. Oh, 1 away now. This is the matchup of the week, in my opinion. You have Hanwha that's started out the 2 wins against Kium, who was not a good team, and then they were able to. Then against KT, they got swept. As that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. — 102 meters. That's his longest hit of the day of the season. That one misses up high, 1-1. Interesting hair choice, but who am I to judge, right? Who am I to judge? All right, the 1-1 pitch. He ropes that into center field, waited on that, and that hanging curveball is deposited. He's going to round first. He's going to head to second. He is in there. Once again, bad defense. And it's not like it should have just been a single there. Just hustle, hustle, hustle. Just slowly looking it in, lollygagging. That is a huge hustle play for a double for Peraza. Munyan Bin and now steps in. He will look to try to take advantage of it. That's misses outside. 1-0. There's no way they're already at Ryuji Huck. He's like the 6th batter in the, or is he 2nd? All right, the 1-0 pitch sets up on the outside, down at the knees. And he lifts that one, but that will get foul, 1-1. So, like I was trying to say earlier, is Hana came out. They played well against Kyo. They played well enough against Kyum. Then not well against KT. But then obviously they took 2 from Doosan, so they're 4-4. As that is into the dirt, so 2-1. And then you have SSG, who's leading the league right now with only 1 loss. So really, this is the first real test for SSG, as they've played Kia, Kium, and Doosan, 3 of the worst teams in the league. As the 2-1 is going to be roped over the jumping second baseman. He actually gets a glove on it, but that is not going to be a good thing as it slowed it down enough that Peraza is going to come on home. And Moon Hyun Bin is going to have an RBI single, back-to-back hits. And that's play in the center field really comes back now, as now they've got runner on first, 1 out, and already 1 run across. Thank you, Luke. Again, 2 bad plays, not necessarily a bad play there by An Sung Hyun, but the bad play in center field allowed Peraza to get to second, and then Moon Hyun Bin was able to take advantage of it. And that's why we got 1-0, is that is into the dirt. And he goes out. Is that what they need? As No Shiwan looks. Yeah, rough starts. Well, we don't want to see that. We want to see this. Yeah, into the dirt. Did not get far away enough away at all, but he was out by a long shot. All right, settle him in down. Just 1 run as nobody's on base now. 2 outs. And No Shiwan, the 1-0 pitch, way up and in. 2-0. No Shiwan off to a real rough start, hitting a buck 84. Does have 2 RBIs, though. One of them a big one in the very first game that tied the game. What up, Big Dinger? 2-0 swing and a miss. Ouch. Thank you. Yeah, another 2-1 pitch sets up right down the middle. That's a ripped but foul, 2-2. Missing his spots badly. Missing his spots badly. All right, the 2-2 pitch, 17 pitches from Takeda. The 2-2 pitch gets him to swing and a miss. First strikeout of the day for him, but Hanwha gets 1 run on 2 hits and some bad defense. We go to the bottom of the first. 1-0. Hanwha. Is Chae Hyung Woo's not playing left field? I know him and Kuja Hook keep switching back and forth. I figured maybe he was getting a start in left. It's all right. The other day they what they had the key players for Hanwha. It was a guy that wasn't even playing. So Yu Hyun Jin out on the mound. You guys are familiar with him with his time with both the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. Pitched well. Yeah, it really. Yeah, I mean, he didn't pitch poorly at all in his first game. 5 innings, a 1.8 ERA. Did give up 2 runs, but only one of them was earned. But it was a home run. So for Hanwha, the big thing is can Yu Hyun Jin pitch more than 5 innings? The old Wonger got the last win on Saturday because he was able to go past 6 innings. Not being able to go past 6 innings is a kryptonite for Hanwha, as that means they got to get 4 scoreless innings or 4 good innings out of that bullpen, which is nearly impossible. But the first pitch is way outside. Ball one. Yeah, see if their defense can do anything. And another pitch outside. Their key. Oh, they went to Dale with the as the leadoff. Interesting. As that misses up and in, 3-0, 3 pitches, 3 balls. Yeah, the SSG not starting their best. They got their Asia quarter, who most Asia quarters have not done well. As that misses outside, that's 4 pitches, 4 balls. That, ladies and gentlemen, is called a leadoff walk. He's got a little bit of speed over there at first. Not a huge speed guy, but enough to threaten a stolen base. Got some wind apparently, as that camera is bouncing around out there. All right, 4 pitches, 4 balls. Heredia steps in. Just got a loose stitch on the inside corner, I guess. Not much on it, but enough, I guess. 0-1 pitch. Heredia got his neck brace on, his long sleeves. Ready for winter, I guess. And the 0-1 pitch. Missed up high, but he fouls it away. Yeah, and it's 0-2. Good thing they got the 400 millimeter lens back there behind home plates. All righty, here we go. The 0-2 sets up on the outside. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the day for old Ryu Hun Jin. 1500th strikeout of his career, the 7th in KBO history. No, what happened, Kiwi? I didn't see anything. Sam's. Oh. No, I didn't see anything. You have to send me a link to it. All right, here we go. Che Jung misses inside. Ball one. No Brand is an SSG company, Luke. So SSG is a huge conglomerate. So they own SSG, they Shinsegae, Emarts. They're partnered with Starbucks. Yeah, so No Brand is one of their discount brand. So there's No Brand is like a convenience store kind of. It's like a kind of like a market, a mart. As the 2-0 is popped foul. That would have been 3-0. I don't think Yun Jin has thrown a strike that they haven't swung at yet. Besides that pitch to Heredia that just barely got a piece of the inside corner. They also have a No Brand burger, which is actually really good. I love their slogan, though. It just says, it's good enough. What a slogan, right? No Brand burgers. It's good enough. All right, the 2-1 pitch. The Che Jung sets up at the knees on the outside. Another. Again, he's really struggling with command. I think No Brand burger is plenty good. I prefer it over Loteria or Mom's Touch. And way better than McDonald's. That is crushed. Turns around. Goodbye. Goodbye, baseball. I didn't want to call it. I didn't want to make the call while Arpo's Conglish was going. What? No, there was sound, Arpo. I heard it. Oh, no, Luke, that's it. All right, pops up a shortstop out into the dirt, out into the grass, makes the catch, 2 away. Did you really not hear, Arpo? What are you, Arpo? What are you talking about? I think it's you. I heard it. Did anybody else hear it? All right. That misses outside, ball one. I heard it. You didn't? Because I stopped. I was starting to call the home run, and then Arpo's little thing started going off in my ear. That misses 2-0. Ah, wow, that's weird. No, not the home run sound effect. The Arpo's donation sound effect. Yeah. Wow, they're 2-1 now. No, yeah, not the sound. Arpo donated, and usually it reads it, and it reads it in context. I was listening to it, but it's weird that you didn't hear anything. 2-1, a swing and a miss. Another pitch that's not a strike that they're swinging at. Hmm, that's strange. Yeah, and the 2-2 misses inside, runs the count full. First full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Yo Myung Jun off to a good start again. He was off to a good start last year also, but ran into some trouble. Hitting to 469 this year with some round trippers. Yeah, and the 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Yirun Jin, but he gives up the 2-run shot. And SSG takes the 2-1 lead into the second. Hmm. Really? Let me do one thing real quick and I'll see. All right. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. It's difficult because it's not through me. Like those sounds that you guys hear is through it's through a different system that I don't really control. Like I don't control the sound of any of that, so it could be something there. But again, I it was weird because I heard it because I stopped calling the home run because I was listening to Arpo talk about Kim Do Young. Yeah. Rough inning there for Yuan Jin. Again, the second home run he's given up this season already. All right, so we're back. Why is my buttons not working? Really getting annoying. I was dealing with a lot of issues earlier. All right. Kangbae Ko looks at the first pitch, and that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Kangbae Ko leading things off, hitting at 270. Does have a couple home runs, but not quite where he should be at this point. That misses outside, 1-1. And he keeps trying that curveball, but they just keep depositing it right back up the middle. Third hit of the day for Hanwha. And that's going to be a leadoff single for Kangbae Ko. Brings up a Cheon Sung. No, mine was that way for a little bit. Man, that is in the dirt. 1-0. Here, I'm going to emulate something and tell me if you guys hear it.
너무 감사합니다. 너무 감사합니다.
And that's in there for a strike. 1-1. Did you guys hear that by chance? There we go. Line straight to the second baseman. All right, I think it. Maybe that fixed it. But one out on the line drive. Hopefully, I'm back now. Hopefully, I can actually broadcast all that other stuff is done and out of the way. All right, that brings up the old second baseman, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's favorite. And welcome, Harry, by the way. And that's a beautiful curveball that just curves and breaks the top of the thing. Oh, they're changing out the numbers. Going to 520, 520 home runs in his career. Again, that is the KBO all-time home run leader right there. Yeah, it's my favorite player. That's number 16 that I refuse to say his name, that has the entire name banned. That sign is amazing, by the way. All right, the 1-1 pitch coming up. 26 pitches for Takeda. He does throw 6 different pitches. It's the 1-1 pitch. Sets up at the waist. That's fouled away. Right down the middle, but it's a foul away, and it's 1-2. Yeah, somebody SOOP people, if you can hit the thumbs up, one, that's awesome because that sends the stream out to everybody else. And number 2, we want to make sure that it's actually working. 1-2 pitch just sets up high. A swing and a miss, the high fastball. This is what I was talking about last year, specifically with the batter that was just up for Hanwha. The reason why he had so much success last year is because so in 2024 they were throwing that high fastball and he wasn't able to throw it, wasn't able to catch up to it. So they were throwing the high fastball and the breaking ball down and away. As Che Jae-hoon looks at ball 1 there, and last year they quit trying that high fastball. They quit trying to get him out on the inside high pitch, and were only going at that down and away. And he was able to hit it enough. As that one misses low. So it maybe they've done some research and realized if you're mixing up that high inside fastball and that breaking ball down and away out of the zone, he is going to be doing what he used to do. That misses inside. 3-0 is Che Jae-hoon trying to get hits. Leadoff single by Kongbei Ko, a line out to the second baseman and a strikeout. But Che Jae-hoon is trying to get on base. The 3-0 just catches the top of the zone, 3-1. You got to do it for some reason, right? How did that turn out, Arpo? All right, the 3-1 pitch sets up down at the bottom of the zone. And that's in there for a strike on the inside. Runs the count full, 3-2. First full count of the day for Hanwha. Lucky. All right, 3-2 pitch, 33 pitches for Takeda. Che Jae-hoon is yet to swing the bat. And that one is going to be lifted to right field. He's going over and foul. Takeda 18 pitches in the first inning. He's getting ready to throw pitch number 17 here. Welcome those that are joining. Welcome, oh, welcome, oh, welcome, oh, welcome. All right, once again, the 3-2 pitch sets up down at the knees. That one is going to be foul. He has got that inside out swing. He really reminds me of Yadier Molina, not in the way that's, you would think, but he does a lot of that inside out swing, shooting it to right field with 2 strikes. I'll let Arpo answer that for you. Che Jae-hoon 167 on the season. Even if he's not getting on here, at least he's getting. Go 3-2 pitch once again. Another foul. 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 Foul, 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 foul. Foul, 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 foul. All right, so once again, we'll try another 3-2 pitch. Or 3-2 pitch. And that is going to be up. Second baseman coming running onto the grass and drops it. And drops it. Wow. Wow. Came running in, took his eyes off of it right as it was coming down. He took his eyes off the ball, and it drops. All right. Could be out of this inning. He's setting at 37 pitches. Yeah, Arpo is in school, so he's hanging out in science class. Taking your eyes off the ball. The SSG defense has just looked awful. The lazy play in center field, Peraza going to second because of it. All right, Shimu Jun is sitting in there, hitting 300. Looks at strike one on the bottom of the zone. Just gets a piece there. Oh, the run in the first inning was due to lazy defense. Now, bad defense got runners on first and second. Ground ball to the shortstop. Underhand
Thank
toss
you
to
for the
second.
recommendation, The Jungle.
All right, you guys hear that? Thank you, Jungle, by the way. Thank you, Jungle. All right, so that is the end of the top of the second. They leave 2 runners on. The air doesn't really hurt them that much. Does give them a couple extra pitches, but nothing big. A round of acid for Jungle, courtesy of Arpo. It is a little chilly. All right, that's good. That's good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's cold, but Incheon is farther up high. No, Harry, because they don't make any strikes and they don't Harry, they make nothing. They don't make any calls, so there's nothing to grade them against. The ABS system, they have a microphone, they have an earpiece that tells them strike or ball, and that's what they call. There's nothing to grade them against. All right, you and Jin back out. Yeah, the managers also have an earpiece and the iPad. All right, bottom of the second. That is going to be ripped, but right at Peraza, and 1 away. No, so they have an earpiece. Another umpire has an earpiece. Both dugouts have an earpiece, and they also have an iPad that relays it. And Han Sang-hyun steps in. He's the one that made the error there. First pitch is in there for a strike, though. 100% agree, Jungle. 100% agree. And the 0-1 way up high, 1-1. Yeah, it did happen in the first year. They said, oh, let's they got the call wrong, and they're like, oh, we'll just say that we heard it, that this is swing and a miss there. And it was on mic. It was on a microphone. And so the crew chief got the crew chief got fired. The other 2 guys got like a 1-year ban or something, and the guy that did the call, that made that choice, also lost his job. Right. Here we go, the 2-2 pitch. Looking at that one, a beautiful pitch right down at the knees. 3rd strikeout of the day for Yuran Jen. And quickly 2 away. Yeah, there's no way for the umpires to call the wrong pitch. And bounces that in the dirt. Want to know? What's up, Sean? Or Shin Sung Min? We go with the 1-0 pitch. Sets up on the outside just above the knees again. And that one's right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. Yuan Jen, 18 pitches in that first inning. fouled straight back. 1-2. Diaz is the most awkward looking base runner, honestly. Yeah, and the 1-2 pitch. Did he go around? I think he did. The home plate umpire says he did. That is the fourth strikeout of the day for Yu-Hen Jin. He is dealing like the old times, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go to the third inning. It's 2-1 SSG. 1-2-3 with 2 Ks. How can an ump put a player? Harry, I don't know what you're asking. Like, put him in place for what? Yeah, it went up, but I think the ball was juiced that year. Because last year it was not up, it was down. Oh, elsewhere around, Lotte's up 1-0 against KT. Kia's up 2-1 against Samsung. And Kielm is up 2-0 against Doosan. Doosan looking to head to the cellar as Kielm trying to get out of it. Hanwha will have their top of the lineup. The 1-2-3 hitters coming up for them in the top of the third. All right, I'll let you guys watch this super awesome commercial. It should be back. They don't argue at all. They never do. Yeah, so here we go. J1 looks at the ball 1 low. There's nothing to argue. The 1-0 pitch to OJ1. That is bounced into the dirt, so it's 2-0. OJ1, 5-3 ground out in his first at bats. He is really kind of fallen off his last few games. Yeah, but it was only 1 centimeter, Jungle, as the 2-0 misses up high, 3-0. Yeah, they dropped it down 1 centimeter. Top of the zone and the bottom of the zone down 1 centimeter, as that's right down the middle, as he wasn't swinging at all. That. Yeah, the 3-1 pitch, way up high, ball 4. Another leadoff base runner for Hanwha. They've had runners on base every single inning so far. Back-to-back leadoff base runners. Peraza comes up, hustle double in his first at-bats. 1 for 1 on the day. Running into some issues here with his command. Another ball, this one to Peraza. And he had 1 walk in his first 5 inning outing. Again, 5 runs and 4.2 innings. You can't do either one, actually, as the 1-0 misses outside. 2-0. Because depending on what the ending is, the botchim, which is the bottom whenever they have multiple letters, and the following letter, depending on what that is, they sometimes meld together or change the sound. 2-0 pitch, misses outside, 3-0. What do we got now? 8 pitches this inning, 7 balls. And the 3-0 pitch misses up high, walks him on 4 pitches. Better get that bullpen up, ladies and gentlemen. Back-to-back walks, 9 pitches, 1 strike. Moon Hyun Bin will step in now. Watching Moon Hyun Bin do some damage as a high schooler. The best signing has been Lackland Wells. There's zero question about that. But I'm just super excited that we're going to get a bunt here, ladies and gentlemen. Runner on first and second, nobody out. Moon Hyun Bin up. You're one of your best hitters, so you know you're down 1. It's the 3rd inning. It's a perfect time for a bunt. All right, here we go. Can he throw a strike to Moon Hyun Bin? And he cannot. He throws it in the dirt. Least impressed by, I don't know, most of them have been pretty bad. A lot of these Asian quotas have been real bad. I haven't seen all of them, but Doosan's has been pretty bad. The 1-0, another bad ball. 6 straight balls, 7 straight. Moon Hyun Bin hitting 400 on the season with runners in first and second. Does also have a home run. Yeah, Lackland Wells has definitely been the best Asia quota system. Again, he would have been signed as a full-time pitcher last year. And there's a strike, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations. You have found the strike zone. Yeah, he's been. I've only watched him once, and the one game he pitched well. But it was against Doosan. The 2-1 is slap foul, 2-2. Oh, that's nothing surprising. Basically, I would say all of the Japanese players have not been good. 2-2 pitch in the dirts, 3-2. I mean, yeah. Then we've got another full count, second full count of the day for Hanwha. What's up, North Korea? Welcome. And the 3-2 pitch. Nope, he's going to check over on OJ1. Yeah, like as you're reading, there's ways that you have to, drop sounds and change the sound a little bit. And there's lots of that. For the most part, you can in Korean. And another walk. 3 walks to load the bases up. Like I said, none of the Japanese Asian quota guys have impressed me at all. All right, Mr. Krabs, no Shiwan stepping in. Can he hit into a double play? That is the question. Will we get a strikeout here, or will we get a something like a 3-2-1 A 3-2-4 double play as the. Nope, it doesn't matter if you're not even going to throw it close. Like, that's not even close to the strike zone. Here we go. Here's his chance to make all the Hanwha fans quit yelling his name in anger. The 1-0 pitch, 55 pitches for Takeda. He is not throwing strikes. As the 1-0 pitch is not anywhere near the strike zone again. You might as well just, after you finish the showers, just pack your bag and head back to Japan. They are only allowed one change of their Asian quota system. The 2-0 is also low. Can't swing here. But Mr. Here we go. The 3-0 pitch. Base is loaded. Ball 4. That is embarrassing. 4 straight walks. 2 of them on 4 pitches. Still the bases loaded. Still nobody out. Kong Bae-ko is going to go up there swinging, and despite the fact that he is walked 4 guys. Nope. Another ball. I just saw whenever they showed the manager that he was on the phone. Kong Bae-ko is a 1-for-1 on the day. He led off the last inning with a single. SSG fans in the crowd not happy. As the 1-0 pitch is popped up. Makes the catch. He will not go. Heredia does have a good arm, a good choice not to go there. 1 away now. Yeah. On the phone, calling the bullpen. Yeah. First good call the third base umpire or the third base coach has made in his career. All right, so Che Unsung steps in. He lined out to the second baseman in his first at-bats, 0-for-1 on the day. Captain, my captain. My captain, your captain, his captain. He is the captain as Silver Starfish, ladies and gentlemen. 60 pitches for Takeda. And that's in there for a strike. A beautiful curveball. He gave up on it before it ever started breaking. 22 pitches in this inning. 4 walks has coughed up the lead. Hello, Hockey. As here comes the 0-1. Pops him up. In the foul territory. Third baseman and shortstop calling it off. Third baseman yelling that it's his. Not a good play by the third baseman. That's the shortstop's ball. But 2 away, and nonetheless. Shortstop has priority over anybody else in the infield. That was almost a huge issue. But it's a 2 away now. Brings up the old second baseman. Struck out in his first at-bat, 0-for-1. Way up high, ball 1. Can he get out of this without any more damage? That would be a massive recovery. Yeah, he has not been good this year, Arpo. The 1-0 pitch. Way outside. These pitches aren't even close to the strike zone. Arpo, nobody that played on the national team has played well this year except for, I'd say, Moon Yen Ben and maybe Joe Byung-hyun. As the 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Actually, and An Hyun Min. But yeah, most of the guys that played out again. I don't think they're going to walk in a run with this batter. The 2-1 pitch. That is going to be slapped into center field. 1 run is going to come in. Second run is going to come in. And that's going to be a 2 RBI single from everybody's favorite person. No Shiwan heads on over to third base. Runners on first and second now is Hanwha takes the lead back on the 2-out single. Runners on first and third now is still 2 outs. He almost got through it, but it's not enough. 66 pitches now for Takeda. That brings up Che Jae-hoon, reached on an error in his first at-bat, 0 for 1 on the day. In any time a foreign pitcher's on the mound, unless it's Lachlan Wells, it's usually not going well. That's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. And here we go, the 0-1. That's fouled straight back because somebody doesn't realize there's a net in front of them, and it's 0-2.
골뱅이 KOREANARPO 슈퍼채티드 1.31달러. 하주석유 하주석 승리를 위해 함께 외쳐라. 하주석유 하주석 승리를 위해 함께 외쳐라. 하주석 썩썩썩썩썩썩썩썩썩썩.
Suck. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch to Che Jae-hoon. That's in the dirts. 1-2. She's got to love the Konglish. All right, that's good. We are all set up, though. But you guys that are watching can still hit the old thumbs up button, like it on YouTube, or it is a recommend on SOOP. It's hugely important on SOOP. As here we go, the 1-2 pitch to Che Jae-hoon. Sets up on the outside, and he lays off of it. 2-0.
Thank you for the recommendation, Jakob Manel.
Thank you, Jacob. Welcome back. Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, hit those thumbs up. Oh,
Thank you for the recommendation, Erasmus.
thank you, Rasmus. We have reached our goal. I'm going to have to up our goal next game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to get that 6. As here we go, the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Second baseman over to get it, and throws to first with the 4-3 putouts. But Hanwha they get 3 runs on a hit. A hit. 1 hit. 4 walks and 1 hit for 3 runs. Kiwi, what does your wife think about the Hanwha second baseman? Does she have the same disdain that we share? That should be it for him. I imagine it's got to be it for him. Yeah. We'll change that. We will get that changed right away, Kiwi. The Freedom Chickens, well, it's not so much that they're soaring, it's more like the bar is real low today. When you walk the first four batters, in an inning, it tends to have some issues. All right, Yuan Jin back out there on the mound. But Hanwha should win today anyway. I had them defeating the old Landiers. Yuan Jin getting the old rosin going. Waiting. E.G. Young, again, one of the most open stances you will ever see, and especially from a catcher. Yuan Jin is at 29 pitches, ladies and gentlemen. I keep hitting the wrong button as first pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. E.G. Young at 333 on the season. So he's 1 for 3 because he only has 1 hit. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. That is a fouled away. It's 0-2. I expect Hanwha to score at least 2 more runs. As far as SSG, I believe they'll score at least 3 more. So 6-5 and 0-2. And that is lifted, but hooks foul. And this stays 0-2. Loving that rosin. He's gonna have to get a new baggie. Da, 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 da. Here we go, the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be a foul. Stays 0-2. Well, while we're waiting for Yuan Jin to get back on the mound, make sure those of you on YouTube, please subscribe. Those of you on SOOP, next to my name will be a little star. That's how you support or show that you want to follow me. As the 0-2 pitch, way out of the zone there. So next to my name, next to my channel name, there'll be a little star. If you click that star, that is to follow me and see my streams and stuff. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Swings at it, lifts it up. Peraza coming in a little bit, makes the catch, and 1 away. Way out in front of that, but flips the lineup back over to the top to Pak Sung Han. Nobody's on first base. Should be Moon Dong-ju and Kim Gun-woo, maybe. That's in there for a strike. Oh, wrong button. What's up, Yagu? Yagu. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. And quickly up, 0-2. leading the league in batting average. And a swing and a miss. First strikeout of the season for Pak Sung Han. First strikeout of the season for Pak Sung Han. And that's the 5th strikeout of the day for Yu Hyun Jin. Yu Hyun Jin just dealing today, ladies and gentlemen. That misses way outside, ball 1. Already 0 for 1 on the day, struck out in his first at-bats. Here we go, 1-0 pitch, that's up on the inside, pops him up, but that gets foul and out of play, 1-1. And here we go, 1-1 pitch. Beauty, but just didn't quite get over there. I'm not a Hanwha fan. I'm not a Hanwha fan. I used to be a Hanwha fan. I used to have season tickets, but I lived in Daejeon, which is the team where Daejeon or where Hanwha plays. Is that misses low 3-1. Now I'm just a KBO fan. That's why I have over here. I have a SSG uniform, and then over here I have a Hanwha uniform, and then behind me I have all the teams. Dolls there is the 3-1 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball right back up the middle, and there goes another hit for SSG as that brings up Chae Jung, who already has a 2-run shot. Again, if I was a foreigner and I didn't live in Korea, I would probably choose KT or NC and possibly LG, as that's going to be ripped but foul, 0-1. Yeah, KT, because they're the only team that offers a foreigner a chance to purchase tickets. NC, because they have good English support. SSG also has very good English support. Yeah, see, here we go. The 0-1 pitch misses up high, 1-1. And then LG, if you have an LG TV, you can watch LG games on TV for free. Not that it's not free anyway on SOOP. And the 1-1 pitch way up high is ready. Steals second base, falls off the bag, gets back on. He got back on the base, but he was called off. We'll see. Again, this is something that I talk about all the time. Middle infielders, especially shortstops, have this tendency to try to swipe tag instead of just tag. And if he would have kept the tag on him, he would have been out anyway because he came off the bag. I thought there was going to be a video replay, but I guess not. So we go to the 4th inning. I really thought there was a, yeah, I guess not. The reason why I say KT is foreigner friendly is because of all of the teams, KT is the only team that allows you to purchase with an overseas card or a foreign card. all of the other companies, all of the other teams require you to have a Korean card and use a Korean account, which makes it impossible for foreigners. KT also has the best uniforms, in my opinion. Yeah, they also really do support the foreign fans. My experience with Hanwha is they support the foreign fans, kind of. They used to. Let me rephrase that. They used to. They used to be really supportive of the foreign fans. But since the front office has changed, they really just only care about money. SSG and NC both have good English support at the stadiums. SSG has all of their announcements also have English. Oh, his fingers were off. But yeah, it definitely looked like he pushed him off. No. Yeah, he did get him. All right, Park Shi-hoo out on the mound now. Takeda is done. I thought he would be. So Park Shi-hoo bringing in a lefty. This is a trouble for Hanwha as they do struggle against lefties. And that's in there for a strike. Shimu Jun leading things off. First pitch is a strike. Yeah, in order to buy, you need a phone number, and in order to have a phone number, you need to have a bank account. And in order to have a bank account, you have to have an ARC card. And in order to hit that, you need to hit better because it's 0-2 now. So SSG already into the bullpens. Yeah, here we go, the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Man, I hate it because I have the SSG app and then you have the eMart app. I have so many apps for baseball and buying things. Because, everybody, it is so bad now. Everybody in Korea has an app. To just do anything, you have an app. All right, back to the top of the lineup, OJ Won. That looks at the ball one there outside. You going tomorrow, right, Kiwi? The 1-0 pitch. Just catches the outside corner, 1-1. I keep putting all these pitches under you and Jen. Are they ever going to get OJ Won and his actual song? The 1-1 is going to be ripped to right fielder going over to make the catch, though. And 2 away. Yeah, it's super difficult for foreigners to get tickets. Most of it's because of they all use the same app. And welcome GF7. Yeah, they all use the same app. Or there's 2 apps really. As Peraza steps in, 1-for-1, looks at the strike on the outside. You have Ticket Link, which is the most common. I think 6 companies use that. And then there's also Interpark. So they're using cards that are with that those companies allow. As the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss there, 0-2. But KT allows tickets to be bought in their app, which allows foreign cards. They're the only app I know of that gives you the option of when you signing up as a foreigner or as a Korean. Here we go, the 0-2 pitch. That is going to be lifted to center field. Center fielder going back, puts in front of the warning track, makes the catch in a 1-2-3 fourth inning. As we will go to the bottom of the fourth, it's 4-2 Hanwha. Yeah, one of SSG actually so SSG this year quit using Ticket Link, and now they do all of their own ticketing on their own app. And then Lotte has always done ticketing on their own app. Buying tickets for Lotte games is so difficult. Like their app is just awful. It is because they're usually sold out. In order to be able to buy tickets at purchase tickets at the ticket office, you have to get there super early. If it's on the weekend, if it's during the week, it's not difficult. You can, pay cash there. No, not anymore, Jacob. It's so like in the last 3 years, a weekend game, you're not getting tickets at the ticket office. Hanwha has like 100 or 200 tickets that they sell at the ticket office for every game. And they go on sale 2 hours before the game starts. And those people line up the night before. So like if it's a Saturday night, if it's a Saturday game, like a Saturday 2:00 game, they'll line up at 11 p.m. on Friday nights. And they will sleep outside the ticket office to buy tickets for Saturday's game. Yeah, ridiculous. All right, so Che Jung will step in now. He was up whenever. Yeah, transactions are easy. It's just the availability is minimal. As that is the Dirts. 47 pitches now for Yuan-Jin. 46 only threw 7 pitches. That last. Oops, wrong one. And that's in there for a strike. 1-1. Already 5 strikeouts for Yuan-Jin, pitching well today. Lack of things to do, I guess. But it's all those creepy guys as that misses down and in. It's all those creepy guys with the 300 millimeter zoom lenses, the $4,000 cameras sleeping outside in their tents so that they can get front row seats in the cheer section to fill up 2 terabytes of pictures. The 2-1 is the foul, 2-2. Yeah, and even like when in the summer when they have uniforms, so the games are going at 6:00 on the summer. So the stuff opens. It's as that one is lifted to center field. Center fielder coming in, and no one away. The summer has 6:00 games, and on the weekends they usually open. I want to say 2.5 hours before the stadium opens, before the game starts. So a 6 p.m. game, they will line up outside. Like they'll finish watching the game on Friday night, and then just go directly to the box office and start camping in the box office or in front of the team store for the night before, so that they can get a uniform, a new release uniform at 3:30 whenever it's released. They don't now. In the last 2 years, they haven't been losing money, Harry. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Kim Jae-won. Lays off of that to the check down to first or third. He did not go 1-1.
감사합니다.
Thank you, Jets. Jet set. Yeah, you can take your big lenses. And that's a swing and a miss. Thank you. Whoever's doing the hearts there. 1-2. Kim Jae-won not having a good season. 0 for 1 on the day. popped up to the shortstop in his first at bats. Yeah, the last couple years they haven't been losing money. But the 1-2 pitch lays off, and it's 2-2 now. I'm not saying that. I'll translate it for them though. Hanwha the Invincible, most powerful Hanwha is kind of what that says. As here we go, the 2-2 pitch is fouled away, stays at 2-2. Adeline, 오늘 유현진 잘 던져요. 이미 삼진 5개. It's quite possible, Luke. Well, you have to realize that ticket prices aren't exactly expensive. And now they're paying way too much. They have a salary cap now, though, as the 2-2 is a rollover foul. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Kiwi. Kiwi. All right, the 2-2 pitch once again sets up outside. Misses way outside, runs the count full, 3-2. Second full count of the day for SSG. Go Myung-jun had a full count in his first at-bats back in the first inning. I'm sure there's lots of special deals also as the 3-2 pitch pops its foul. Yeah. Yagu, if you're watching on SOOP, so if you look, if you watch on the SOOP, there's the girl with the little red bats with the white hoodie on. Next to her, that girl has a huge telephoto zoom lens, like a 450 telephoto zoom lens. There's another foul. Stays 3-2. Kim Jae-won having the best at bat he's had all season, hitting under 100. And the 3-2 pitch way outside. He walks him. Working, that's full count walk. Excellent at bat there. Go Myung-jun having a good season, struck out in his first at bats. Yeah. And that's in the dirt. He's not going to go, though. Yuan-jin, 62 pitches now. Already thrown 16 pitches this inning. No problem. Yeah, the best, my suggestion is use a company called gowonderfully.com. As the 1-0 pitch that's going to be lifted into center field. He's going off the top of the wall. Kim Jae-won is going to round the second and head on over to third. Go Myung-jun is going to be standing at second base. So now they've got runners on second and third with just 1 out. Just missed. It depends on what team you're buying for. It depends on what team you're buying for. And what I mean by that is that, just a sec, like SSG, they sell theirs 5 days in advance. Some teams sell them 8 days in advance. Most of them sell them 7 days in advance. There's a couple that do 10 days in advance. It's a beautiful curveball, but just didn't curve enough, so it's a ball. 64 pitches now for Yuan-jin. LG, or not LG, but Lotte this year, finally they do a 3 weeks in advance you can purchase tickets, as the 1-0 is fouled into his foot. 1-1. Yeah, there's a we're attempting to head to next weekend to head to the Doosan game. So there's either Doosan or LG. It's a Kia at a Doosan or LG at a Samsung. All right, 65 pitches, Yuan Jin, a 1-1 count to Che Ji-hoon. And that is lined right to a Che In-sung, who makes the catch. And that is 2 away. Luckily for SSG, they did not get doubled up. A hard hit ball, but right at. So GS, when I first started getting season tickets in 2018, they were 610,000 won, which is about $500. I think it's actually like 485 bucks. That's a 72 games. Front row of the cheer section, right kind of at the edge of the dirt on the first base side. Throughout the years up until last year, I had season tickets, as the time is called. Then after COVID, it went up to, we're going to have something going on here. There's the umpires coming out to talk with the umpires. He keeps moving his shoulder. I don't know if he's talking about Yuan Jin, possible balk. It could be a possible balk. The home plate umpire keeps moving his shoulder. Pitch clock is 0. As now you got over there. Now talking to another one. But yeah, so that was in 2018, 2020, 21. They didn't have season tickets. 2021, they had a little thing. 2022, when I started buying them again, they'd gone up like 30% or something like that. And then the next year, 2024, they had gone up again. Yep, that's going to be a ball. They'd gone up 100. They doubled. So by 2025, last year, they had doubled from 610,000 won to 120,000, or 1.2 million won. So doubled in price. And then this past year, they raised it another 600,000. So it'd gone from 600,000 to 1.6 million won for a season ticket. Absolutely pricing a lot of people out. As the 1-0 pitch now, and that's in there for a strike. People are still lining up to buy him, though. We'll see how that works next year, because again, Hanwha finished second in the league last year, so a lot of the fans are suddenly huge fans that weren't before. As the 1-1, beautiful curveball in there for a strike. Absolutely marvelous pitch. Yeah, I'll let you guys know which game we pick. Again, the tickets go on sale Friday for one game and then Saturday for the other game. So as the 1-2 pitch catches him looking, a second straight strikeout looking for An Sung Hyun. You think he might try to swing the bat once. They had runners on first and second and third with nobody out, but they leave him on there as we go to the 5th inning. 4-2 Hanwha. My lord. More than that. Yes, but yeah, it's about 1,000 or so. But the big thing is it really not to think about the USD, it went from 610,000 to 1.6 million in 5 years. So it nearly tripled the price in 6 years. But the real thing is it went from 610 to 1 million, and they finished. So first of all, they raised it 30% when it went from 610 to like 800,000 or 700,000. And they finished 10th, 10th, and 10th. Then they finished in 9th, and they kept it at the same price. And then they finished in 8th, and they raised it again to 100,000. So 1.2 million. But now it's 1.6. So yeah, it starts to add up, especially because the cost of living in Korea is so much cheaper. Yeah, triple the price. And the thing is, they finish in 10th, 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 9th, 8th, and then they finally finish in 2nd. And the price triples. All right, Moon Hyun Bin leading things off. That's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Yuan Jin 1 for 1 on the day. RBI single back in the first inning, and then a walk and scored a run in the third. That's fouled into the ground though, and it's 0-2. Yeah, he couldn't get tickets to the game, so he decided just to put on the uniform and impersonate a baseball player. He's the same one that had the air at second base. Comes the 0-2 pitch. Misses outside. Left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. Well, why not throw that 0-2 pitch in the other batter's box? 6, I believe. Yep, 6. As the 1-2 pitch is ground ball to the second baseman, this scoops it up. And 1 away. Brings up a Mr. Noshiwan. Had an RBI walk in his first at-bat, or second at-bat. I didn't even see how many it was. What number was on the jersey? In the dirt to 1-0. The worst are the Samsung fans. The Kim Eung Young and the Kim Ji Chan. Like, they have fan clubs, and they have like 40 or 50 uniforms. No problem, Peter. No, they're all the same. It's the same price. Yeah, it's the 1-1 pitch now. So every store has an authentic store and a replica store. Uniforms they're getting more expensive. They aren't too much. Yeah, it's the 1-1 pitch. That one is oh my lord, it's a single, might be a double. And Noshiwan is going to round first, but he's going to head on back. And then Noshiwan comes up with a 1-out single here, ladies and gentlemen. You better wait for the end of the game, Kiwi. Yeah, like, I don't know. I get mine in the off season. Like that one I bought last year, that SSG one. And I bought it in the off season. It was like 55,000 won, so like 35, 40 bucks. That one is popped up a Kang Bae Ko into right field, and that's 2 away. No, you're not, Kiwi. There's only one uniform you can wear tomorrow. And if you don't wear it, you're not really a fan. Moondong Ju is supposed to start tomorrow. What? All right, so that'll be it for him. They're gonna make a pitching change. They'll bring in a righty to face the right-handed pitchers for Hanwha, or right-handed hitter for Hanwha, Cheon Sung. Oh, the new one? The new foreign guy? Orange hat, hoodie, uniform. Too much orange. I always have to like go back and forth. Kiwi, you need this hat though. That's what you need. You need this amazing Dread Drop TV hats. This is definitely the best hat that I have. Everyone else should buy it too. Because why not? It's the best colorway. Yeah. Yagu, the SSG and Hanwha, they both had New Era collabs for a while. Let me see if I. Yeah. So here's the SSG New Era hat. All right. Moonsung Wan out there on the mound now for SSG. Let me get it changed for you guys. Way up high. I want to know. They were about 50 or 60,000 won. But I have a bunch of others like yeah. Yeah, another 1-1 pitch. Rolls it foul. 1-2. Yeah, I have anytime I see a New Era hat, I like to buy a New Era hat. I do think so. Prescription bands. Yeah, I think that they definitely could. Yeah, I think they're about I think right at 59,000 won. But Korea has a different New Era shop. And the 1-2 runs way up and in at 2-2. Let me check. 59,000 won. So $45 or so. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch is lifted into right field. He's coming in and makes the catch. Almost looks like he lost it in the lights there, but makes the catch. A leadoff single or a 1-out single from No Shuan leads to nothing. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-2 Hanwha. Yeah, so prescription bands, where do you live? Oh, if you buy it here and then ship it to Austria? Yeah. Pitching is not the strongest suit of the KBO, ladies and gentlemen, by any means. All right. 8-9-1 is coming up in the bottom of the inning for SSG. Yeah. Unfortunately, they had to put the two games together, which makes it a very long and drawn out day. The first half of the game, it goes 1 hour, 15 minutes. And then after that, it just crawls to a halt. All right, Yun Jin out on the mound, 6 Ks so far, 4 forward and 2 back. Takes 2 steps forwards, gets 1 back. And a swing and a miss. He's way out in front of that. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch to Kim Sung-wook. Looks to just pitch right down the middle. Yeah, something like that. I always just pick the very last one, as that misses inside. Yeah. So what's crazy is, so Erasmus, it's because Spiders is super expensive. Hanwha is the most expensive season ticket in the league. They have the most expensive uniforms, but they have the lowest fan service. But yeah, they used to be 100,000 won for a authentic uniform. 100,000. A swing and a miss at a pitch that drops into the dirt. And another strikeout. 7 strikeouts now for Yun Jin. And that brings up the number 9 hitter. Yeah, I hate Spider, like with a passion. I don't. The quality is just not good. All right, E.G. Young flew out to right field in his first at-bats. That is fouled into his foot. This is the best Yun Jin uniform, Erasmus. This one here. The Korean Monster uniform. All right, here we go. And the 0-1 that is lifted up. A left fielder coming in will easily make the catch. 2 away. So $1 is like 1,400 Korean won. Something like that's 1,400, 1,500. I mean, it's not like it's still cheap compared to the MLB, but the cost of living in Korea and all of that is vastly different. All right, flips the lineup back over. Pak Song Han steps in now. As that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Yeah, so here we go. The 0-1 pitch. 77 pitches now for Yuan Jin. And slow curve, but it doesn't quite break in enough. Yeah, the Peanuts uniform is pretty sweet. I have the two Hanwha uniforms that are pretty cool. Plus the Yuan Jin uniform is that just catches the top of the zone. Yuan Jin is just rough starts as he continued to just throw balls in his first inning, but since then he has just been painting the corners like old school Yuan Jin. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. That one is not painted. That is going to be roped, but Peraza tries to get it as he falls down, but he's not going to do it, and he's going to be on second base with a 2-outs double. He lost it in the lights. The same thing that just happened to Pak Sung-uk over there in right field on that last play on the line right to from Cheon Sung. Peraza looks like he lost it in a light. He's telling OJ on that he lost it in the lights too, as it just dropped down. He wasn't able to make the catch. Now, again, Peraza is not a good outfielder anyway. He's not a good outfielder by any means, but it did look like he lost it in the lights there. 80 pitches now for Yuan Jin. That's going to bring up Heredia. First pitch pops it up. Center fielder under it. And it makes the catch. That's 3 away. We will take a bit of a break as we have our 5th inning stretch. I'll be back in about 2.5 minutes. right, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 6th inning. Moon Sung Won is still out there, and that's a ball low. Second baseman is stepping in, 1 for 2 on the day. Had the big 2-run single, 2 RBI single back in the 3rd inning. That's put Hanwha up 4-2 at the time, as that one's fouled off, and it's 1-1. Seven pitches for Moon Sung Won. Came in to get to Che Unsung to fly out to right field with a runner on first. That's up high, 2-1. I've got to show his wife. Again, you can see there the guy standing there with the ultra zoom lens just pointed right at the cheerleader. Yeah, so that misses, and that's 3-1 now. Yeah, back to uniforms. KT has, again, the best uniforms. The Peanuts one is a good collab. Their 80s pixel uniform is really sweet. NC has had a couple good ones. SSG just has SSG ones. As the 3-1 pitch misses low, ball 4. And once again, Hanwha has a leadoff runner on base. Wind is blowing. So RX bands, if you look in the description of my this video in YouTube, you can see a link to my SOOP channel. On SOOP is the official international broadcasting company. That takes you to my stream, and my stream, actually, I'm showing the game on SOOP. So you have the same English audio, the English commentary, but you can also watch the game, as that is a bunt, but it's foul. So just go to the description, and there will be like a SOOP Live channel dreads if you want to watch. And if you click on that, you can go, it'll take you to my stream that I'm actually showing the game and doing English commentary. As long as you live outside of Korea. If you live inside Korea, you have to have whatever regular cable TV or TVing. All right, the 0-1 pitch. He once again attempts to bunt here. And he gets the bunt down. Oh, he could have gone to second base, but he doesn't. The sacrifice of bunts, everybody's going to cheer it, even though it was stupid. Very important to lower your chance of scoring a run by 4%. Extremely important. Moon Sung Won should have gone to second base. No question there. He should have gone to second base. No question at all. All right, that brings up Shimu Jun. Shimu Jun 0 for 2 on the day. 6-4 ground out in his first at-bat. Struck out in his second. They check on him over there at second base. And all right, runner at second base is the second baseman. And that's in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Moon Sung Won putting in his official application to be in part of the all hair team, the all flow team. And the 0-1 pitch just sets up on the inside. That's a lifted foul. Souvenirs, ladies and gentlemen, in foul territory, and it's 0-2. Shimu Jun, Shimu Jun, da 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 da, Shimu Jun. That's the only part of the song I know. All right, the 0-2 pitch. And they're going to go up high, try to beat him with a high fastball. He gets a piece of it, fouls it away, stays 0-2. Shimu Jun. All right, the 0-2 pitch sets up on the outside. Into the dirt. He's able to block it and nearly stumbles and falls down, but we're going to have a 1-2 count. Shimujin. Hanwha Shimujin. All right, the 1-2 pitch. That is roped to left field. He's got a round third. He's going to hold him up. Again, Heredia has a really good arm. That was not a good throw, but single moves over to third base. You've got runners on first and third with just 1 out as they flip the lineup back over to the top. The 1-2 pitch is lined right to left field. And they are not testing Heredia's arm. Shimujun is wondering, hey, go on home. Go on home. I want an RBI. I'm not used to actually hitting this well. Please go home. All right, top of the lineup back up was OJ Juan, 0 for 3 on the 0 for 2 on the day. OJ Juan, a 5-3 ground out in his first at bat, then walked and scored a run back in the third, and then in the 4th inning, a fly out to right field. As that one just catches the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Be interesting to see how well he adjusts. Again, started out really, really well in the first couple games, but again, that was against Kium, which everybody should start out well against Kium. All right, the 0-1 pitch sets up on the inside, right at the waist. Check over on first at Shimujun. Shimujun does have plenty of speed over there at first base. He is really likely to steal a bag here. Is one of the better stolen base guys in the league. Unfortunately for Hanwha, last year he just didn't get on base very often. So here we go, the 0-1 pitch, and check on him again. They might have got. Ooh, that was close. I haven't seen any yet, Jacob. Yeah, I haven't seen any. I've seen plenty. As the 0-1 pitch. Dirty goes. They fake the throw. And the runner's on first and second now. Or second and third. I have not. I have been hit by a ball. I have been hit by a ball at a game. Not directly. Like I was actually, so SSG, back when it was SK, I was at a game. And there was a lefty up, and they hit a shot. The row in front of me, just to the left, as the 1-1 pitch is foul away, 1-2. And a lady was sitting 1 seat up, the row in front of me, and like 2 seats over, and she was holding her kid, and it hit the lady in the head. And it bounced up, and then it hit the floor, and then it rolled under, and it hit my feet. The lady ended up, I believe, getting life flighted to the hospital. 1-2 pitch. Sets up high. Goes way down, but fouls it off, and it stays 1-2. There's been other times where it's kind of bounced around where I sat, but again, my seat for the season ticket was so close that the netting would have blocked it. It would have had to been it would have had to been a right-handed batter fouling it off with a bunch of spin that would have gone through over high enough but dropped down to get through the door if it would have gotten to me, or it had to be a super high pop fly. But yeah, nope, I've never caught one. I've gotten baseballs at a game, where people have thrown them to me or whatever. As the 1-2 swing and a miss. Big strikeout there as he swings at a pitch off the plate. And that's 2 away now for Peraza. Kiwi, have you gotten a ball of the game? You were in better spots than I was whenever you were doing when you had your weekend season tickets. All right, Peraza steps in, 1 for 2 on the day. Whoop, run up and in, and that's 1-0. Yeah, I've never handed me to me by a player. I've had them handed to me by the grounds crew after a game. A 1-0 whistles way out. 2-0. Yeah, I've probably been, I'd say 500, 600, maybe 700 KBO games. I've never gotten a ball. That's going to be an intentional walk to Peraza. Going to load the bases for the GOAT. That is interesting. An intentional walk to Peraza to load the bases to bring up the GOAT. Mr. Clutch himself. Oh, I am the most unlucky person you will ever meet, whether even if you count as meeting or not. I am severely unlucky. Like, it's criminal how unlucky I am. 375 on the season for Munya and Ben. RBI single in his first inning and a bunt or a walk and a run scored in his third inning, but a 4-3 ground out in his last at bats. 1 for 2 on the day. Interesting choice here. The 1-0 pitch pops him up. Shortstop out into the grass. Makes the catch, and that was a great call by the manager. Honestly, probably the best call that they've made all day. I would have done the exact same thing because it would have been the exact same way. But we go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-2 on. All right. I believe that'll be it for Yuhan Jin. I don't imagine that he's going to come out again. Real quick around the league, KT's up 3-1 against Lotte. LG's up 2-0 against NC. Kia's up 3-1 against Samsung. And Kium is up 3-2 against Doosan. That's in the bottom of the 6th. Everybody's in the 6th inning except for KT and Lotte, because Lotte is the slowest team on earth. They're only in the bottom of the 5th. So, Yuan Jin, I can't imagine he's going to come back out there. He's sitting at 81 pitches. He really doesn't throw more than 80 pitches anymore. I mean, maybe they still keep him out there, but it's one of those things where, do they keep him out there? Do they not? But he's still going to be out there. 81 pitches. Interesting. We'll see if this comes back to bite him, honestly. So they will have the 3, 4, 5 hitters coming up. As that's a ripped foul. Luke, have you officially become a KT fan? And that is low 1-1. Yeah, they have so many guys in the bullpen right now. 1-1 pitch. And that is a fouled away. 1-2. Luke, how do you get a KT Wiz emoticon or a little badge thing there? Bands, did you ever find SOOP? Is the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the high pitch. That is another strikeout. 8 strikeouts for Yu Hun Jin. Brings up a Kim Jae Won. And I think he went around. He did, and that's 0-1. Kim Jae Won 0 for 1 on the day. Did have a walk, ladies and gentlemen. That's a big deal. He got on base. Again, he's hitting below 100 on the season. As the 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. One pitch in his first at bat, 10. He earned a full counts walk in his second at bat. And he's already down 0-2 here. 0-2 left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. Are they going to go in the other batter's box? No, they're going to almost throw it over everybody's head, and it's 1-2. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they have the best Korean player in the league in An Hyun-min. And the 1-2 pitch just catches the bottom of the zone. And another strikeout for Yu Hun Jin, his 9th. Oh, really? On SOOP they do? That's awesome. Maybe it's because you're I wonder if it's because you're a subscriber. I know they have emoticons for certain like subscribers, and they also have them under certain categories since I'm in the KBO category. All right. Go Myung-jun looks at ball 1 way outside. And 90 pitches now for Yu Hun Jin, having best start he's had in 2 years. The 1-0 swing and a miss, 126 on the gun. He was way out in front of that. Looking for double-digit strikeouts. He's 1 strikeout away. Way in front of that. And does he try the curveball here? Yeah, it's the 1-1. A swing and a miss. 92 pitches now. Oh, that's sweet. It's actually pretty sweet. Yeah, he's gonna throw 140 pitches to get there. All right, Go Myung-jun, the 1-2 pitch. Just catches it looking on the outside. And that's a 10th strikeout of the day for the Korean Monster. As we will go to the 7th inning. It's 4-2. Big time game from Yu Hun Jin. Oh, there. All right. That's good that everybody can use them. Actually, I think SSG has 4 hits. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 on 3 strikeouts. How many pitches did he end up with on the day? 93 pitches. 12 pitches in the 5th and 12 pitches in the 6th. Hanwha will have their 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up. I imagine that they're going to have another pitching change for SSG here. Nah. 26 pitches for Moon Sung Won. Kiwi, I'm very impressed. I'm impressed with your Korean. It's improving. And this is the first decent team that SSG has faced. Yeah, I live in Korea. I've been here since 2014. All right, to No Shiwan leading things off. We do have a different pitcher here, Jun Young Jun. A 3.18 ERA on the season. 5 games already. Yeah, that is 0-2. All right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch sets up on the outside just above the knees. And he catches him looking. I think we might need an adjustment on the old K zone because that's looked low. Might need a little bit of an adjustment on the old ABS system. That looked low, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Kang Bae Ko was 1 for 3 on the day. He's like, okay, that last one was a strike. Let's see if I throw it in the dirt if they'll call that a strike too. But they didn't. And now it's 1-0. No, they got it back up there. As the 1-0 pitch catches the outside corner. Now that one looked like a strike. That one at least caught a little bit of it. All right, Kang Bae Ko's got to adjust his hair, make sure it looks pretty. Yeah, go the 1-1 pitch. Kang Bae Ko checks his shoulder, and that has popped up, but it should get out of play. Already a given chase, but he's gonna have to run up into the stands to make that catch, and it's 1-2. That would be awesome if I had a sweet drink sponsor and I could like segue into it, but instead I have to buy my own drinks. Oh, you got the Suri and Landy. I think that's what that dog's name is, Landy. The 1-2 misses low. 2-2. That's their nickname, Luke. The chickens, because they're not as fierce as an eagle. The Wana chickens. 2-2. Fouls it into his foot. Wana means angry. Like becoming angry. Batty the bone. I wonder if I have them. Yeah, the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop backhands it, throws across, and 2 away. Let's see. What do I got? Oh, I got some sweet. Yeah, swing and a miss on the high fastball. All in one. Yeah, it looks like there are some subscriber ones. And the 0-1 misses inside, 1-1. Yeah, I got some. But I don't see any baseball ones. All right, that one is lifted up, out of play, 1 and 2. I may not be able to do them because I can't technically be in the KBO stream, so maybe that's why. Kyo. I don't know how to explain that. Kyo means like, oh my god, and the other one says nice. Kya. All right, the 1-2 pitch to Che Unsung. Swing and a miss. 1, 2, 3, go. The Wana Chickens. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 4-2. Hanwha. And now it's time for that Hanwha bullpen. Yeah, I don't get the cool yeah, I don't get the I don't want to report. No, I do not want to report myself. Yeah. Yeah, what else do I got here? I got an 8-ball. I got some chicken. Ah, there we go. There you go. That's the KT mascot Victory. What is Oh god, that's what that is. Oh, I can't believe that. Does anybody in this chat know what that symbol is? I would be massively surprised if anybody knew what that was a symbol for. Jacob, you might know. Oh, big time pitcher coming out. Park Sang-won, everybody's favorites. Hey, he lowered his ERA after his last outing. Park Sang-won has not had a good season. He did not have a good spring. He did not have a good end of last season. As Che Ji-hoon 0 for 2 on the day will greet him. Runs it inside, and it's ball 1. Adeline? 그 이모티콘 알아요? And the 1-0 just catches the outside, 1-1. That's what I thought at first. But it does have it is a baseball emoticon. 1-1. He swings at it, brought the 9-iron. Hates himself for swinging at it. No, Jacob, you should know this. You should know this one. This is an old school sign, an old school emoticon. All right, the 1-2 pitch sets up on the outside, fouled away. Stays 1-2. Years ago, Lotte would hand out in the 7th inning, they would hand out trash bags, orange trash bags. And then they started making hats out of the trash bags. As that is up and in, 2-2. So they would they would twist it and then they would put it over their ears and then they would have the trash bag as like a hat. You can probably search it. A swing and a miss there. 4 straight strikeouts for SSG. I wouldn't call it a popular sport in Korea. It is a popular pastime if you're 65 or older. Jacob, you know what I'm talking about, right? Because that just catches the bottom of the zone. 0-1. We go the 0-1 pitch. Runs in. And 1-1. Yeah, they stopped doing it though. Trying to cut down on trash. The 1-1 swing and a miss. 4 fishing channels, 8 golf channels, and 16 Baruch channels. Park Sang-won trying to find it. And he just catches him looking. 3rd straight looking strikeout for this guy. Someone get the bat out of his hand. That's awful. Good Lord. You do not deserve a bat, sir. Gotta have the worst possible day you can have. Yeah, another 1-0 pitch. Park Sang-won channel in his early season of last year. Kim Sung-wook 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Check swing foul, 1-1. Man, this is I can understand, you know, 1 strikeout looking, but geez, 3 strikeout looking. There we go, the 1-1 pitch. Strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 1-2. He would not be playing the rest of this week. Yeah, it's the 1-2 pitch. This is way up 2-2. So they got Park Sang-won here in the 7th inning. Who do they have for the 8th inning? As the 2-2 pitch, 14 pitches for Park Sang-won. And misses inside, 3-2, runs the count full. 3rd full count of the day for SSG. They got a strikeout and a walk in the other 2. They got to get to Park Sang-won, or Park Sang-won, 2. 20 pitches, 22 pitches. And here comes the 3-2. Fouled away, stays 3-2. Yeah, do whatever you can to avoid the wife. Illegally fishing down by the Han River, also might add. All right, here we go. Another 3-2 count. Sets up right down the middle. Misses outside, ball 4. 2 out walk to the number 8 hitter, brings up the number 9 hitter, E.G. Young. Everybody knew he wasn't going to go 1, 2, 3 with 3 strikeouts. We all knew that wasn't happening, ladies and gentlemen. E.G. Young. That's ripped right at the third baseman, grabs it, gets up, throws the seconds, and the 5-4 putouts ends the inning. We go to the 8th. It's 4-2 Hanwha. Two for 7 with runners on base. 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. Hanwha 3 for 14 with runners on base. 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position. This is again the game that's Ryu and Jin just really pitching fabulous. Minus that obviously that 2-run shot that he gave up. Outside of that, just absolutely fantastic. Batty the bone. All right, elsewhere around the league, KT still's up 3-1. They're in the top of the 7th. LG still up 2-0 against NC. They're in the top of the 7th. Kia's up 3-1 against Samsung. They're in the bottom of the 7th. And Kium has added another run. They're up 4-2 against Doosan in the top of the 7th. My pick for Doosan finishing 4th is looking awful, like worse and worse every day. Could not get worse, honestly. It looks bad. All right, top of the 8th inning. Hanwha will have their 7, 8, 9 hitters coming in. Jun Young Jun is still out there, 13 pitches in his 1 inning of work. And that is way outside 1-0. Keeping him in because after him, you've got the Che Jae-hoon and Shimu Jun, who are both right-handed hitters. So keeping your righty out there for that. And another 1-0 pitch. Fouled away, 1-1. Oh, those of you hanging out in the YouTube chat, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button. Hey, those of you in the SOOP chat, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. 1 pitch swing, and I missed there, 1-2. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and also the little star next to my name. That will put you guys as a loyal viewer, is what they call here in on SOOP. That's just so that I show up in your feed. As here we go, the 1-2 pitch runs up and in. It catches him looking. This is a interesting strike zone today, ladies and gentlemen. It did look like more of a strike than the one to Noshiwan, though. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of it, Jacob, I think, oh, wow. A lot of it has to do with Korea becoming a wealthy country very quickly. Che Jae-hoon reached on an error in his first at-bat, a 4-3 ground out in his second, and sacrifice a bunt as that one is lifted to center field. The center fielder makes a few steps to his right. Under it, 2 away. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Shimu Jun. Shimu Jun 1 for 3 on the day, a single and a stolen base in his last at-bats, but was stranded. And then 6-4 ground out in his first and a strikeout in his second at-bats. Go the 1-2 pitch, or sorry, I was reading his at-bats for the day. And way up high, 1-0. 20 pitches now for Jun Young Jun. La 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 la. This game is slow. All right, the 1-0 pitch sets up down at the knees. And a attempted check swing. Would have been a ball, but instead he went around and it's 1-1. Keep it down, keep it down, keep it down. Again, absolute animation from the KBO catchers. The 1-1 pitch. That one is ripped into left field. That's going to be trouble. Heredia cuts it off. Shimu Jun is going to head back to first as again, Heredia has a cannon out there and left. Another hit, back-to-back singles for Shimu Jun. He's on base once again. He is having one heck of a season offensively. As now you've got OJ Juan back up at the top of this lineup. 0 for 3 on the day. 5-3 ground out, a walk and a run scored. Fly out to right and a strikeout in his last at bat. As they check over to first. Again, he has plenty of speed. He has one stolen base so far today already. I don't think he was caught stealing last year, actually. The app has changed. It makes it a little difficult for me to find a lot of the previous stats. That one misses up and away, 1-0. Man, that boy needs a song. And a swing. Strike 2. Shimu Jun. Last year. Yeah. Nope, he did get thrown out once. He was 11 for 12 last year. Yeah, the 1-1 pitch. Slapped foul. I imagine that they're going to send him on this pitch now. No, they got all the rods. All the rods, all the lures. And they don't go, to me, it's not fishing in Korea. They just literally throw it out into the water and then just sit there and drink makgeolli or soju or not really beer, makgeolli or soju. And then they just sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there and sit there. Sure. All right, so we're waiting here once again. Shimu Jun taking a bit of a lead over there at first base. The 1-2 pitch. Again, imagine he's leaving on this pitch. Nope, it is not, and it's 2-2. It would have been a good pitch to run on. All right, you got to send him now. OJ Juan 0 for 3. He's going to be swinging here. Told you he's going to be swinging. As that pitch is in the dirt, so it throws down to first, and that's his 3 away. They get a 1-out single, but stranded over on the base pass. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Who's coming out for Hanwha? Who is coming out for Hanwha? He will get to the top of the lineup, 1, 2, 3 for SSG. And now 3 for 15 with the runners on base. Have the 1, 2, 3 hitters coming up for SSG in the bottom of the 8th. Kia has added another run. They're up 5-2 now. Kia has also added another run. They're up 3-1. I believe this game is the farthest along. Yeah, the other ones are in the 7th inning. The Samsung and Kia game is in the eighth, the top of the 8th inning, but all the other ones in the 7th. So moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, just how I like it. 9 o'clock right now in Korea. Try to find out who's coming in. They're not going to have the same pitcher out there. Jung Jin-woo or Jung Woo-ju will come out on the mound. He is another guy that has not had a good start to the season, did not have a good WBC. Oh, Jung Woo-ju out on the mound now. 8.10 ERA, 5 games, 3 1/3 innings, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, a 375 batting average against, and a whip of 3. No, Park Sung-won will greet him. 1 for 2 on the day, walked and scored a run in his first at bat, struck out, and a double. He is 1 for 2 today, which means he has lowered his batting average, ladies and gentlemen. Not only did he lower his batting average, he also had his first strikeout of the season. What an awful day. And a strike on the outside. 151. No, Jung Woo-ju, is he going to be the 8th inning guy? And in the 0-1 pitch. Big breaking ball, but misses inside. 1-1. Yeah, 1-1 pitch sets up right down the middle. Almost hits him. 2-1. Are their names in green or black? Black. It looked like green, maybe from one of the shading or something like that. Yeah, so the 2-1 is slapped foul, though. They all do. Is that name in green or black? Is it just me, or does it look green from some angles and other angles it looks black? They Kiwi, so many of them does. Park Sang-won needs a looser uniform badly. All right, the 2-2 pitch now. Fouls away, ball 3. Stays at 2-2. The back of Park Sung-han's uniform, his name. It looks like his name is in green sometimes. And then sometimes it looked like it's in black. Here we go. The 2-2 pitch once again. This is up high, runs the count full, 3-2. 4th full count of the day for Hanwha. They've had 2 walks off of 2 of them, and a strikeout on the other. Here we go, 3-2 pitch. Pops them up. First baseman coming in, and there might be an interference. Yeah, he's going to be out. He got in the way of Che Jae-hoon. He got in the way of Che Jae-hoon, and they both slipped and fell. The manager saying that wasn't catchable. Yeah, that's what it. Yeah. So like there, it looks black. No, it wasn't Kiwi. They're not gonna overturn it, but it definitely wasn't catchable. Like, the ball was over to his right. He ran into him on purpose. Bad call. I understand the call, but I will also say that Che Hoon looked at him and then ran directly into him. All right, that brings up Heredia. This is low, ball one. Yeah, I don't know about that being catchable. That was off to the side, but the 1-0 pitch fouled away. 1-1. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I was making sure that I wasn't going nuts. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going nuts. All right, the 1-1 pitch. Heredia. Yeah, I definitely did. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss there. 154. Yeah, because like the batter's here and the ball landed over here and the catcher went this way and then that way. He like ran into him and then tried to move. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Blows it right past him at 152. As a 2 away, and Jung Woo Ju looks like he might be back. Shea Jong now. Shea Jong is stepping in now. 1 for 3 on the day. He has the 2 RBIs for SSG, the 2-run shot in the first inning. A swing and a miss there, 0-1. All right, 0-1 pitch. Lays off of it. Good take there. And 1-1. 13 pitches now for Jung Woo Ju. One pitch sets up right down the middle. Lays off of it. I think he went around. Ooh, he did not. Definitely looked like he went around to me. I think he did. They are challenging it. I thought he went too. Yeah, I think he went. Yep, he went. Bad call by the first base umpire. Yeah, I mean, I thought he went. I would have challenged it from here. All right, here we go. The 1-2 pitch now sets up down low, just above the knees on the outside corner. Runs it way in. 2-2. Trying to paint that inside corner, but didn't bring a wide enough brush. And here we go. The 2-2 pitch goes back down at the knees. Fouls that one off. 153. 16 pitches now for Jung Woo Ju. Real late on that. He's like, was that a ball? Nope, that was a strike, buddy. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch. Does he throw himself off speed? He tries to get him up high. He did not go on that one, though. runs the count full, 3-2. Excellent at bat here. A great battle, power pitcher, power hitter. As the 3-2 pitch sets up right down the middle again. And he rounds it to the second baseman, throws over to first, and that's 3 away. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the 9th inning. It's 4-2 Hanwha. Hanwha is going to have their 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up. SSG will have their 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up at the end of this inning. Hanwha up by 2, looking to add some to give themselves a little bit of cushion before Stefan's favorite player comes into the game. Elsewhere, KT's added a couple. They're up 5-1 now against Lotte. That is in the bottom of the 7th now. Top of the 8th, LG's still up 2-0. Top of the 8th, Samsung has added a run. They're now down 3-2 against Kia. That's a Kia bullpen is doing Kia bullpen things. Kia's up 5-2 against Doosan. Kia showing that they are the offensive team of the day. KT's got their foreign pitcher out on the mound. I always love it when the foreign pitchers come out because it usually ends up in some runs. All right, got the lefty out on the mound for SSG. Jung Young Jun done for the day. Undo Soul. 4.50 ERA in 1 game, 2 innings, 2 strikeouts, a batting average against of 400. He will face Peraza, Moon-Hyun Bin, and Noshiwan. Peraza, again, one of the few switch hitters, one of 3 switch hitters in the league. So he will bat from the right side this time. It's a check swing, but foul. Yeah, 0-1. Peraza. Peraza. 0-1. That's going to be a ground ball. Diving stop by the shortstop. Gets to his feet. Throws to first. Out by 1.5 miles. That's 1 away. The chickens, yeah. Chickens ain't ready for the slaughter just yet. Took you how long to get those emoticons to line up? All right, Moon-Hyun Bin, 1 for 3 on the day. Looks at the ball 1 up and out of the strike zone. 1-0. RBI single back in the first, a walk and a run scored in the third, then a 4-3 ground out and a pop fly to the shortstop. 1-0 pitch. This is inside at 2-0. Oh, Moon-Hyun. Oh, Moon-Hyun. That is ball 3 in. Oh. Remix, ladies and gentlemen. Remix. That is ball 4. Take your place. Another 4-pitch walk. Brings up No Shiwan. No Shiwan hasn't grounded into any double plays today, ladies and gentlemen. He has had some opportunities, but he has yet to do it. Actually, he has had an opportunity. 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out swinging in the first. Struck out looking in the 7th. A single and an RBI walk. That's way inside. 1-0, 5 straight balls now. No Shiwan's got that average back up close to the Mendoza line. No Shiwan had the RBI walk that scored OJ Wan that tied the game up at 2 before the second baseman for Hanwha had the 2 RBI single that gave them the 4-0 or 4-2 lead way back in the 3rd inning. Not much offense since then, ladies and gentlemen. Not much offense. These are 2 teams that really struggled offensively last month or last season. They look like they are doing the same here as the 1-0 pitch ripped foul. 1-1. I tell you, the no brand burger is good. That should be the first thing you eat anyway. Well, not really. But good no brand burger. Their fries are not that great. Yeah, no, the 1-1. Nope. The where I live now, there's not a lot of food choices. There's no McDonald's, there's no Burger King. I think there might be a Loteria that delivers and a Mom's Touch that delivers. But the 1-1 miss just catches. I stopped myself. It just catches the top of the zone. Are they? Is it No Brand that has? Is it No Brand? I'm pretty sure it's No Brand that also has the tangsuyuk, the sweet and sour pork. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's good enough. Yeah, it's pretty. They're pretty good. Yeah, the 1-2 pitch sets up outside. Oh, and he hits him in the back as he falls. The pitcher lost his balance there coming down and hit No Shiwan right in the back. Can't hit into a double play if they hit you first. Runners on first and second now is still just 1 out for Kangbae Ko. Just lost his footing there. All right, so we'll try this pitching thing again. This time, Kangbae Ko steps in. It has to be a good day. No Shiwan on base 3 times today. Once from hit by pitch, once from a RBI walk, and once from a single. Kiwi is super excited to wear his No Shiwan uniform. Kangbae Ko 1 for 4 today. Singled in his first at bats. A fly out to left, a fly out to right, and a 6-3 ground outs. This one is in there for a strike on the outside corner. And it's 0-1. Hanwha needs some extra runs. Yeah, this is the 0-1 pitch that's up on the outside. Misses way outside, though. 1-1. Kiwi, how would you rank Kangbaek's Ho cheer song? And here we go, the 1-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside, just above the knees. Misses inside. A diving attempt by the first baseman, drops the ball over, and Moon Hyun Bin is going to come around to score. Again, another missed opportunity for SSG, as that is the third time now that defense has ended up costing them a run. Fast feet. Diving stop by the first baseman, goes off his glove and ends up rolling into the outfield. That will be it for him. We'll have another pitching change, I believe. No, we won't, as we will have a pinch hitter, though. Iwan Suk will pinch hit here. Iwan Suk pinch running here. And that checks over at first. Chan Sung 0 for 4 on the day, lined out to the second baseman, a popped fly in foul territory to the third baseman, fly out to right, and a strikeout. And that is a foul away into the netting, and it's 0-1. It ain't over yet. Hanwha still has to bring their closer in. Hanwha still has to bring their closer in. As the Cheon Sung. That's going to be a ground ball. Third baseman that grabs it, throws to first. Offline, as No Shiwan is going to come on in to score, and the 5-3 putouts scores another one and puts Hanwha up by 4. Two away now and brings up the number 7 hitter. Yeah, looks like you are definitely not getting any no brand now. Iwan Suk going first to third there. And brings up number 16, the second baseman. Tries to put out a bunt, throws the bat at it. Well, it's a strike anyway. 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out in his first at bat, a 2 RBI single in his second, a walk in his third, and a strikeout looking in his last at bats. And the 0-1 pitch, rounded foul, 0-2. No brand for anybody. Catches him looking at the bottom of the zone. Back-to-back strikeouts looking. Third one of the day. We go to the bottom of the ninth. SSG down by 4. Their last release. Well, my 6-3 now. My prediction to this game, if you guys remember, hours ago, I said 6-5. I said Hanwha was going to score 2 more, and SSG was going to score 3 more. So half of my prediction is correct right now. Is SSG going to score 3? Is going to be the real question. Hanwha able to manufacture 2 more runs with just 1 hit. The walks have done SSG in, ladies and gentlemen. Difference in the game. Again, Hanwha is going to bring in their closer, even though they're up by 4 runs now, because the Hanwha manager's an idiot. 13.50 ERA for the closer. Bring him in a non-closing situation. He is going to face the 4, 5, 6 hitters. Where is Stefan? Where is Stefan's towel? Kim Jae-won hitting 88 on the season, batting in the 4 spots. 0 for 2 today. Pop fly to the shortstop and a strikeout looking. First pitch is nowhere near any strike zone in Korea. And it's 0-1. I know the game, the whole league. That is all the way back to the backstop. Ito Yoon takes over. I'm going to guess, yep, second base. Iwan Suk moves into right. That means Ito Yoon is going to take over Peraza's spot in the lineup. The DH is going to come out, and it's just a mess. I'm not even going to bother with it yet. Yes, here we go. The 2-0 pitch. That's low. Ball 3. 3-0. He's going to make it a closing situation is what he's going to do. All right, the 3-0 pitch to Kim Jae-won. Ball 4. Have a pinch runner here. Brings up Go Myung-jun. Spo Time Baseball. Every day, new baseball. KBO League on Spo TV. I should get an advertisement bonus for that right there. No, he's going to stay and run over at first base. He's showing off the wheels for the old man. Guess his run doesn't really mean anything. Go Myung-jun with the Little League elastic banded pants steps in. All 5. Go Myung-jun, a 1 for 3 on the day. Strikeout in the first inning, a double back in the 4th, and a strikeout looking in the 6th. And a ball 6. Again, I need to get those Texas A&M chants. Don't even swing. I've said this so many times. There's a strike, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, your first strike of the day. All right, go 2-1 pitch to Go Myung-jun. Just catches the outside at 2-2. Now is when you swing. Again, I've talked about this last year, all last year. Just wait, let him walk you. Get 2 strikes and then look for swing at something. The 2-2 pitch catches him. I said swing at something, not watch the ball go down the middle. The amount of looking strikeouts today is unbelievable. Absolutely mind-blowing. That's 6 looking strikeouts. 6 looking strikeouts for SSG today. As the 0-1 pitch, that is turned on, but I think it's going to hook foul. And it does. And it's 0-2. The amount of looking strikeouts. 9 looking strikeouts on the day. That is way. No one's going to swing at that. 1-2. 12 pitches. Again, if he gets to about 19 to 20 pitches, he's done. He's just done. Let him throw. Let him throw his arm out. That's the 1-2 pitch. He check swing, fouls it away. Stays 1-2. JJ Unanta. They are not going to keep him over at first base, as that one has popped up. The left fielder running in under it, and it makes the catch. 2 away. Brings up the number 7 hitter, An Sang Hyun. Don't even let this guy go to the batter's box. This guy struck out 3 times, looking 3 times today. You've got to have somebody to. Yeah, there's the same guy. Like, if they let this guy bat, literally, okay, they've got a pinch hitter here. I was like, you cannot let that guy bat again. Oh, Ote Gong, I believe. No, that's Han Yu-sum. That's going to be a ground ball to the right field, to the second baseman, underhand toss to shorts. And that will be the end of the game. Kim Saw-hyun doesn't get the save because it was a 4-run inning. But Yoo Jin gets a big win. The 6 innings from him as he just pretty much dominated. So Yoo Jin, again, pitched fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Ended up with 10 strikeouts, 93 pitches. Gave up the 2 runs. That was in the beginning of the inning where he walked the first batter and then gave up a 2-run shot to Che Jung. After that, he settled in. No real problems. Struck out 2 in the first inning, 2 in the second inning. He struck out 1 in the third. He struck out 1 in the fourth. He struck out 1 in the fifth, and he struck out 3 in the sixth. Again, as far as looking strikeouts, 1, 2, 3, 4 looking strikeouts for him on the day out of his 10. He was just painting the corners, just doing exactly what he needed to. Hanwha's offense didn't really look that great. Again, SSG's offense looked exactly like SSG's offense last year. Both of these offenses were not good last year. SSG's offense just never could get anything done last year. This is the first time they've played a decent team this year. Again, they played Lotte, Kia, and Kium so far this year. Kia has those are the bottom teams in the league. So those are the 3 that I picked to finish the last. This is the first time that they've played against a decent team, but unfortunately, they also had their Asia quota starter on the mound. The Asia quota starters Asia quota pitchers have all of the ones from Japan have been absolutely awful. Not one of them has been good at all this whole season. Today was not anything different. He gave up 1 run in the first inning, 3 runs in the third inning to fall behind 4-2. That was it for him. He only went to 3 innings. His first outing, he went 4.2 innings, gave up 5 runs. This time he went 3 innings and gave up 4 runs. I can't imagine that he's going to be sticking around very long. The Asian quota pitchers, they don't make a lot of money. They can be paid up to $200,000 a year. You can replace them one time. It just isn't enough, really. Like the Asian quota guys just aren't very good. SSG before the season even started, they lost their ace, their Korean ace, I should say, Kim Kwon-hyun. So they're already down a pitcher. They had to move him into the starting rotation. He has not been good at all. He has been absolutely awful, honestly, would be the words I would use for him. So Hanwha, again, Ryu and Jin absolutely pitched fantastic. really, I mean, obviously he's going to be the player of the game. Moon Yun Bin comes up clutch in the first inning to get them a single after the bad play in center field. And then another walk to load the bases. No Shiwan with a walk to tie the game at 2. Then obviously later on, the second baseman comes up with the 2 outs RBI single. They added 2 more there in the 9th inning with a walk, a hit by pitch, a single, and a ground out. So again, 1 run or 2 runs on 1 hit, and you had in the 3rd inning they scored 3 runs on 1 hit. So really, it was all about SSG not throwing strikes, walking the bases, walking batters, putting people in running position or scoring position, and then Hanwha just came up with the 1 single, the 1 hit whenever they needed it. They ended up with 8 hits, but again, most of those were scattered. Were not doing anything specific. They ended up going 4 for 18 with runners on base, 4 for 12 with runners in scoring position. They left 10 runners on. SSG's offense just had nothing to do with Yuan Jin. They ended up going 2 for 6 or 2 for 7 with runners on base, 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't get anything done. They had a huge chance in the 4th inning with runners on second and or first and second with nobody out. Or sorry, second and third with just 1 out, and they ended up getting a line out and a strikeout. Looking again, An Sang Hyun 0 for 3 with 3 looking strikeouts, just unbelievably bad. Also played bad on defense. He had the error that ended up costing just a couple of extra pitches at the time, but not a big deal. Che Jung with another home run, 520 in his career now, continues to add to his overall big lead. The big bats for Hanwha, No Shiwan, 1 hit, a 2 hit by pitch and a walk. Kang Bae Ko ended up with 2 hits and an RBI. Cheon Sung ended up with an RBI ground outs. Not the best day from those middle guys. Again, the top of the lineup, Peraza and Moon Yun Bin doing what they do. OJ Wan running into some troubles. Again, my early pick for the rookie of the year. Started out strong, but he is a struggle. He went 0 for 4 today with a walk and a run scored. So Shimu Jun back from a couple days off. I guess he was nursing some sort of injury or whatever. He ended up having 2 hits and also a stolen base. So we'll see if how the game goes tomorrow. I don't know who's starting for the two teams, but I will be back tomorrow. Same game, Hanwha versus SSG tomorrow. Then I will be doing the Kia game on Thursday. Friday will be the LG game. No, the Samsung and NC game. So tomorrow, SSG and Hanwha, same game. Then Thursday will be Samsung and Kia. Friday will be Samsung and NC. Saturday will be Hanwha and Kia. And then Sunday will be LG and SSG. So those are the games for this week. So make sure if you are on YouTube, make sure you hit the like button for the stream, and also make sure you hit the subscribe button so you get a know whenever I'm coming live. If you're on SOOP, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. That's the recommendation. It sends the stream out all the time. Also, if you can, next to my channel name is a little star. That is like subscribing in YouTube terms, where you at least know when I'm streaming and all of that stuff. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, as always, members. Thank you guys very much. Your subscribers over on SOOP, whichever one you want to call it. Kiwi, Adeline, thank you guys. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow's a little bit better game, although I can't say that I don't like the 3-hour games. I'm a big fan. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow. Same game, same time, all of that stuff. I will see you guys next time. And as always, until next time.